Next part. In this occasion, I will talk about the plague of Athens. Thucydides was a Greek historian. Oh my! I just realized I need to share a screen. Okay. Okay, where's my thing? Okay, there we go. Okay, in this opportunity, I will share uh, an historical event of this disease, the typhoid fever. So I will talk about the plague. Jeremy. I will talk about the plague in Athens. Men were seized first an intense heat of the head, and redness and inflammation of the eyes, both the throat and the tongue immediately become blood red and exhaled an unnatural and fetid breath. Thucydides 2.49. This is a description of Thucydides, one historian Greek, that he recorded these events in Athens. The plague of Athens was in the time of the Battle of the Marathon. This battle was about the Greeks versus the expansion of the Persians. So at this time, the Greeks, they tried to move all of the countryside of Athens into the city, and then because they being the city of Athens was overpopulated, so the reservoirs of food and water was they're all together, all compact. So this was the perfect situation for the plague to have an outbreak and cause 1/3 of the population of Athens. The examination of the pulp of the teeth identified that the bacteria cause of this plague was the Salmonella enterotyphi. Also, Athens they portray this disease in their murals. They identified it with treatment with high fevers. Also in 2010, the reconstruction of the face of 11-year-old Greek girl who died with the typhoid fever in the 430 BC was made possible from the reconstruction was possible from the teeth and the scope of the skeleton. I'm going to talk about the treatment of the disease. This disease is treated with antibiotics. One of the popular antibiotic uses that original was prescribed for doctors was the chloramphenicol. The chloramphenicol was prescribed in patients for the treatment of the typhoid fever. But for certain side effects, this drug was replaced with 3,10-4-ephrine, sulfametazole, and ampicillin. However, recent studies discovered that the bacteria now is become resistant to these antibiotics. These antibiotics are being prescribed since 20 years ago. This antibiotic is being prescribed for typhoid fever. Also, the ciprofloxacin. Here's some image of the capsules. The ciprofloxacin is being recalled as the first line choice for treatment of typhoid fever, as well as the ceftriaxone. Yeah, these antibiotics. I remember when I got typhoid fever when I was 10 years old. I have to take these antibiotics for a long period of time. However, according with my research, I found that the treatment could last to the 7 to 10 days. Anyways, another treatment for the typhoid fever is to drink fluids and a healthy diet. There are some remedies that you can take care of the typhoid fever at home. For example, for high fevers, you have to cold compresses. The other recommendation that doctors make for the treatment and at home of this disease is the increase of fluid intake, and the homemade oral rehydration solutions, because we remember the principal cause, the principal effect of this disease is that you have a lot of diarrhea. So you have to be rehydrated like often during the day. The other recommendation is the consumption of apple cider vinegar, garlic, basil, and cloves and bananas are uh, are recommended for the treatment of this disease. The prevention and control. Typhoid fever prevention could be by washing hands, drink boiled water, clean fruits and vegetables, and get vaccinations. I will talk a little bit more about vaccinations because it's recommended to people who travel to developing countries should consider to take precautions. So, over the 10 past years, travelers from United States to Asia, Africa, and Latin America has been especially at risk for this disease. The vaccination has two types. One is uh, the vaccination that is called the Tifin B Pasteur vaccinate, and the other one is on oral vaccination that is called the Vivotif Burma Swiss Serum and Vaccination Institute. And the vaccination through these pills is 3 times. They have to take 3 doses a day before food with a glass of water or milk. Um, the proper sanitation is very important against this disease too. Being cautious with about the food and drink resources. Use clean water or boil water for at least 1 minute. Or instead use carbonate waters is safer than uncarbonate waters. Drink your drinks with ice from the bottle made from bottled water or boiled water. Avoid popsicles and flavored ice that are made with contaminated water. Eating food that are truly cooked and avoid raw vegetables, fruit unless they can be peeled, and avoid food or beverage from street vendors. I just want to mention a little bit more about these two images that I consider in this slide. This you see a sword, they say prevention, and then the typhoid as a dragon. This type of publicity I found it on the internet from the time when was the first outbreak of fever, typhoid fever here in the United States, and it was because our population in New York, for example, where United States were receive a lot of immigration, a lot of people who immigrate to the United States, and the cities were overcrowded and sanitation wasn't the best at that time. So by that time they recommend that prevention was a better sanitation, avoid careless flies, bad milk, bad water, and principally have a good take care of especially for people who prepare the food, has to be really wash their hands really well, because feces are the sources or the reservoirs that you can find more of these bacteria. This is a reference for Uday slice. We visit the CDC and other more. There's another University of Indiana too that we have some facts about history. And thank you. And this is the picture of Mary Malone, or more best known as Mary Typhoid. She put the resistances that she denied that she has a disease until the end. Um, and she battled with the disease. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.